all right, I'm sure you've never experienced this, and it's only ever happened to me.
Yeah,
but have you ever been doing a doctor's report or a public talk or a public speaking engagement, corporate talk,
this
lunch and
happens
learn,
to everybody that does
anything?
Yeah.
You got that person in this crowd that's like, and you're telling jokes and they're funny, and they're like, and you're like, man, you're hitting them. You think they're dead. You're gonna call in the coroner to have them pull out and pull an autopsy on them, make sure
they're corpse with their eyes open.
Yeah, seriously. You're like, yeah, you know what I mean? And they're like, right? We call it the doctor's report stink eye. How do you overcome that? For me, we just maintain being dynamic. We stay the course. We continually connect. We continually work to get engagement. We're light, we're heavy, we're inflecting our voices, we're using all forms of visual learning, auditory learning, kinesthetic learning. But at the end of the day, what I do is I typically don't look at them. So what happens is that when you're doing a presentation, you see that stink eye, and they always happen to sit in the front row, and right? I don't even look at them anymore. I'll look near them, but I'm not going to focus on them and think about them during that talk or that report, because you get distracted.
Oh, yeah.
And before you know it, all you're doing is thinking about them.
Yeah, well, it's challenging, especially as a new public speaker, a new doctor, new chiropractor.
So you're saying it's my problem?
No. I mean, I've experienced this too. But
hey, Jeremy.
Are you giving me stuff?
Yeah, dude, you're getting it, bro. I'm not following you.
Well, you're a little more. Your self-confidence may not be quite there. So when you have a stink eye or multiple stink eyes in the same doctor's report.
Yeah, I've been to your talks before. I was one of them.
Yeah, they're fine when I start. Till the end, there's a stink eye, right? No, but so you read that, and what you read is what you're saying isn't valuable, or isn't making sense, or isn't worthwhile, right? And that's not true, because a couple things happen here. A, they are a stink eye.
Yeah, that's
B,
true.
They're just stink eye wherever they're at.
They're
stink eye at church. They're stink eye at work. They're stink eye at the family table. They're stink eye in your office. They're just stink eye. Thirdly, they're
that's
stink
just how
eye,
their face looks.
Or they're stink eye. They're stink eye, or they're sleep eye.
Yeah, that's your.
I tell you what, I've had more painfuls.
I know. I was going to share your story.
Or I've had more people who they're a sleep eye or stink eye, or kind of a combination in between. There's some combination.
Yeah.
They're like this and like that. And afterwards, I'm like, hey, because I'm like, I want to see what they say. Hey, what'd you think? About their first adjustment, or one of their adjustments. And they're like, man, they start telling me all about everything we said and how committed they are. Yeah. So don't be too judgmental.
Yeah, don't be too quick to judge.
That's how they are.
Yeah, we had a recent one where this lady, the whole time, everyone's laughing and giggling. I got the whole crowd in the stock report going, and she's sitting there, and she looked like somebody chiseled her. She was a statue. And I was like, great hair, old lady, arms crossed. I swear she was flexing the whole time. I'm like, what's this lady's problem? My team member does the report of findings. I find out afterwards she fully committed to care. She paid in full. I'm back at the front. She's holding my son. She's bouncing my son. She goes, his name's Luca. I got a grandchild, Luca. She is the nicest lady. Yeah. So don't be too quick to judge. Yeah. It just may be how they absorb information. Maybe they don't like being in groups.
They absorb the stink eye.
Maybe they don't love to be in groups.
Yeah,
you don't know what it is. Just forge on, share the truth, and you'll see the return.